Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Alumni Abroad, where we bring you real stories from students who've made it to, big across the world. I'm super excited today because we've got Kavi with us, all the way from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Kavi is one of our brilliant students, and he's here to share his journey from choosing the right university, cracking the application process, to settling into life, and then, like sooner he's going to start, working in Canada. So, Kavi, thank you so much for doing this. It really means a lot to us and to students who are just, getting started on their study abroad journey. So, Kavi, could you, start by telling us where you are from, what your academic background is, and, what you are currently doing in BC?
Definitely. And first, I'd like to thank Ranjana for a lovely introduction. So, as she
Mm.
mentioned, my name is Kavi, and I'm originally from Bombay. I am born and raised in Bombay for last 24 to 25 years, and I did my bachelor's and master's of commerce from Bombay University. And I have also worked for a few years in India. So, like, I worked for Citibank and Credit Suisse before pursuing my MBA, and I was mainly into the finance industry. I was a financial reporting analyst and a financial analyst at Citibank and Credit Suisse, respectively. Currently, I'm in the beautiful British Columbia, as Ranjana mentioned, at UBC Sauder School of Business in Vancouver. And I'm doing my full-time MBA over here, and my major is in finance. And that's pretty much for my introduction for now, I would say.
All right. So, moving to the next question, what inspired you to pursue your education abroad? What made you choose Canada over, other destinations?
So I always had this urge to study abroad since many years, and
Okay.
since I started working and gaining some good experience, I thought of getting an MBA outside India. And I started exploring different countries and what are the opportunities. So I started exploring European countries as well. But I understood that when it comes to finance, especially when you're going to this developed countries, you need to work on a front office on a client role. So
Correct.
it's very much
Correct.
important. Yeah, so it's very much important to understand the and have a good grip on the language. And when it came to the other European cities, language barrier was one of the issue. And the other was UK. UK like seemed to be a very good option for me. The other was US and Canada. So when I started researching about the universities which are there in UK, US, and Canada, I found that the tuition fees as compared to US and UK, Canada was very much on a cheaper side, or I would say budget-friendly side, and
Okay.
um, and actually that helped me to ease out my options and especially focus more on Canada.
So, a follow-up question to the previous
Yeah.
question, Kavi. Why British Columbia? Was it the course, the location, or, the opportunities available there?
Okay, so that's actually a good question. So I applied to a few colleges, like UBC was not the only colleges I applied.
Okay.
And based on the offers which I had, I thought UBC had the best combination of brand, location, and the career potential. So when I applied for UBC, its ranking was of the MBA ranking was third all over Canada. So it's pretty much close to nature, a bit of a relaxing and a calm city as well.
And then when did you begin planning, planning your application? How did you prepare for your tests like IELTS or GRE?
What happened was, since I had already have a master's degree, a master's of commerce degree from India, and had a good
Okay.
amount of experience of around 4 years, I had applied for the GMAT and GRE waiver at UBC. And luckily, I was considered for the waiver, and I received the offer
Wow.
without applying for any GMAT or GRE exams. And
Okay.
the other part is that when it comes to UBC and my education was, since it was in English, they did not ask for an IELTS. But for the visa application, you are bound to give an IELTS exam.
Correct.
And I would say IELTS is not a difficult exam to pass, to be very honest. So it's not a big thing to crack. 1 month is enough to prepare for an IELTS.
When students should start, preparing for their entire application process. So, for example, if you went in September 24 intake, so when did you started your entire, application journey?
An ideal time to start, if
Hmm.
okay, for example, if you're applying for September 2026, this is the
Okay.
correct time to start your preparation. And because the applications start by August and September, and the advantage is the earlier you apply, the more amount of time you get to prepare about for your visa applications, your finances, and the rest of the thing. But at the same
Okay.
time, if you're applying early, you also have an advantage for getting a good amount of scholarship as well.
Amazing. Did you received any scholarship?
Unfortunately, I did not receive any scholarship because I already I had already leveraged the GMAT GRE waiver. But in
Okay.
some cases, I have my colleagues in my MBA cohort
Mm-hmm.
who have received the GMAT and GRE waiver and also got a small scholarship as well. So like the thing is, when you're applying abroad, it's not your education that matters the most. It did
Hmm.
take a overall review of your profile, your work experience, your
Okay. Hmm.
hobbies, what if you've done any I would say volunteering work, then what exactly are those and how exactly did it impact? So all those things are considered into it.
How is your overall student experience in Canada? So academically, did you make any friends? How is, how you are experiencing this cultural shift?
Actually, I made a really good friends over here, and
Okay.
I'm happy to have such a good cohort. To be very honest, they're pretty much helpful whenever you require any help, and at the same time, they when it comes to having fun, they're really good at having fun as well. Like students have started making their own clubs, like a running club, hiking club, and
Very nice.
sometimes during the weekend we just go out for a beach walk.
If you could, throw some light on the internships which you are currently pursuing, or, a part-time job, an activity which is helping you currently during your program.
Definitely. So one thing I would like to shed a light about the studying outside India is that there is nothing called placement cell. So you
Yes.
don't have any placement committee anywhere outside India, especially in UBC or in Canada, I would say, and especially in 2025 or I would say in Canada, uh, it's very much important to have a good network. So you have to
Hmm.
start networking with people even before arriving to Canada. So you start networking with people who are already doing an MBA in UBC,
Hmm.
and like start building relations with them, and probably if they have gotten a job by the time you have looking for an internship, they might actually help you to find an internship or in your job hunting process, or look at your resumes and how exactly your resumes how where exactly does it stand, because it's very much important to personalize your resume and cover letter. And cover letter is a huge part over here as well. They will check
Hmm.
your resume, how good your resumes are, how exactly
Hmm.
good your cover letters are. So
Hmm.
they will definitely help you in the whole process. So, and I'm currently doing an internship in a healthcare company, and
Hmm.
and the UBC, so it's called Business Career Center in UBC, and they have been a huge help for me. So like UBC MBA is a 16 months journey. So you start in September 2025, or if you start in September 2025, you will end in December 2026. I would say if you end up getting a part-time in the second part of your September, you can manage it to do a part-time job from September to December and then apply for a full-time job after December.
Okay, any specific advice, for future aspirants? So, for example, looking back, anything you would have done differently in your application process or prep, which you would like to advise?
As I've mentioned before as well, is apply early.
Okay, apply early.
Apply
Hmm.
as early as possible. Second thing is housing. So in UBC will help you for the first year housing. So like, if you apply for the UBC housing on campus, and you mentioned that you are a first year student, they might help you to get an housing on campus, and just say yes to each and every opportunity you might get, or give you an exposure towards how exactly things work in Canada. And
Amazing.
and
Hmm.
if you ask me, would I recommend to come in Canada and UBC? I would say definitely.
So, a quick fire fun round with you, Kavi.
Okay.
What's the one thing you miss most about India?
I would be specific to Bombay is that the street food.
Oh,
I
amazing.
definitely miss the street food, like uh, the vada pav or the pani puri.
Great. And your favorite thing currently, about living in BC?
Oh, sunsets, summer,
That-
summer in general. Summer is beautiful
Okay.
over here.
Any unexpected culture shocks or funny experience of yours which you would like to share?
So I think most of the people in India would understand this is that normally whenever you go out during the night around at 9 10, you will find something or the other place open where you can shop or get some basic necessities. But
Correct.
over here, like after 9 or 10, everything shuts down.
Okay, so that's it from our end, Kavi. You've been amazing. Thanks a ton for joining us. This conversation was actually, full of real insights, and we loved hearing your story. Okay, so stay in touch, and all the very best from all of us at Cat King.
Thank you so much, Ranjana. It was good to be a part of this call and give some and share my experience from UBC to the upcoming students. And I hope I get a chance to meet some Cat King students in future who might be visiting to UBC.
You will definitely. Thank you so much, Kavi. I'll see you soon.